And Orlando Malone is getting ready to try to upset him. And Malone talked about how he'll go about approaching Eric Griffin.
Because, like I said, I think I have the power, to hurt him, to make him think, well, before he tries to hit me, what am I going to throw so he don't get hit again? Because I feel once I hit him and he gets a taste of that power, he's going to think, he's going to be thinking a lot more than what he normally does. He throws a lot. He's a constant, boxer. He's constantly throwing. But I'm going to change all that tomorrow.
Orlando Malone, 27 years of age, a forklift operator in a warehouse in Arvada, Colorado, facing maybe the best amateur boxer in the world right now. In fact, Eric Griffin was named USA ABF Boxer of the Year for 1990. He's also a finalist for the Sullivan Award, given each year to the top amateur athlete in the United States.
He's a tremendous athlete, there's no question about it. Malone, a forklift operator, tried to turn professional, but he couldn't get about it, 106 pounds, so he came back. You can see the age difference. Certainly the experience goes to Griffin, height about the same.
Well, you saw Malone run out and try to take the bout to Griffin. I've never seen anyone accomplish that feat, but I've always felt that's the only way to beat him, is to be just as aggressive as he is and keep the pressure on him. That's a difficult thing to accomplish. That's what Malone is trying to do.
Malone was very aggressive in his semifinal decision against Jerome McIntyre, although he won just 3-2. He took a lot of punishment. He is an aggressive boxer. He feels he's faster than Griffin, and Griffin, of course, is the Vegematic. He goes high speed and slices and dices, and he throws from every angle.
Eric Griffin in red, Orlando Malone in blue. These are light flyweights. Griffin, a two-time world champion, Goodwill Games champion. He has not competed in the U.S. Championship since 1987 when he lost to Michael Carbajal.
Griffin scoring inside there. Griffin has worked on the jab. He's not much of a jab type of a boxer. They're trying to get him to use it. He didn't really need it most of the time because he throws so many punches.
Pat Nappy, the three-time Olympic coach, has had Griffin working on his jab and also boxing off the ropes. But Little E is confident. He says, I'm the best amateur boxer in my weight in the world. There is no one who can beat me, and the 1992 Olympic gold is mine.
And that's the name of that tune. Now, Malone giving him, Malone doing exactly what he said he would do. He's coming in. Not an easy thing to do.
Maybe going out on the forklift, though, if he continues to walk in. Gene Reese, by the way, is the referee for this bout. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Toe-to-toe action. Malone just began boxing 5 years ago at the age of 22.
Good uppercut by Malone, trying to get that uppercut in. Not a bad thing to do against Eric Griffin, who throws a lot of left rights and leaves that midsection open.
Griffin, the proud father of a 4-month-old son. Xavier is his son's name.
Xavier will be real proud of that exchange. He scored with about 3 rights to the head, to the side of the head of Malone.
Griffin recently lost a bout in January in Honolulu as he's caution for butting. He lost to Kim Jin-ho of Korea 2-1. For those of you who saw the bout on U.S. Olympic gold, just a terrible decision, a travesty. Griffin clearly won the bout, and it was just the final bout of the evening and a political decision on the part of the Koreans.
One of the reasons we're going to computer. Malone getting tired here at the end of the first round. You can see the fatigue setting in. One of the strengths of Griffin is his tremendous conditioning, and that's starting to tell here.
Griffin has had the flu within the last 2 weeks, but he says he feels all right now, and he has yet to have a bout go the distance in the U.S. Championships this year. As we wind up round 1. Round 2 at 106 pounds, light flyweights. Two-time world champion Eric Griffin in red and upset-minded Orlando Malone in blue. Malone from the home state of Colorado, an 83 graduate of Pomona High School near Denver. An all-around athlete in high school. He played football, track, basketball, and was on the bowling team.
His corner wants him to throw to right, speaking of Malone now, and then step to the left. It's not doing it. There's an uppercut. Now, that uppercut has done some damage. And towards the end of the first round, Orlando had Eric in the corner a little bit. But he just took a left to the head, another left to the head, another left to the face from Griffin.
One of the reasons Malone thought he could win this bout is because Griffin has been fighting almost non-stop for the last 2 years, and Malone felt Griffin might be tiring. But it doesn't look like it.
No. Well, Malone has got a second win, too, although his hat's on a little funny.
Griffin is in tremendous shape. He trains 3 times a day, 2.5 hours at a time. He runs 8 miles a day, sort of like Kevin Kiley's training ritual each day.
I only go 7.
Looks like Malone's arms are getting tired. Griffin nailing him to the left. Oh, right hook by Griffin. He really hooks well.
Well, fatigue is the main difference, I think, in this bout. And Malone did pretty much what he said he'd do early, but now he's getting real tired. I've taken a lot of punishment, and that'll tire you out to hurt. Although he has backed Eric up some.
Caution to Griffin for butting. Griffin, of course, overcoming some adversity in his career. He tested positive for marijuana use in the 1988 Olympic trials. It's been a long road back for him. Under the guidance of his mentor, Bob Jordan, who's here from Houston to watch him. Really cleaned up his act, found religion, concentrated on his boxing career, and turned his life around.
Malone's got to be careful here. He has a tendency to drop his left, and Eric is going right over that left now and hurting him to the side of his head.
This is vintage Griffin right now, just non-stop. Eric seems to box up to the level of competition. Good left by Griffin. The better the boxer, the better he boxes.
Yeah. Well, he's a thoroughbred. There's no question about it. Malone, a game youngster, though, or I guess not so young. He's about half your age, I guess.
He's young.
Eric is just relentless. Watch Malone's left now. Watch it. If he holds that thing much lower, he's going to take one. He's going to take a right over that left here. There it is. There's another one.
Griffin has trouble getting in ring work because now the other 106-pounders want to get in the ring with him, so he ends up boxing, sparring with 112 and 119-pounders like Tim Austin and Lionel Odom. John Herrera, who's now boxing at 112. Caution to Malone. Pulling or holding. Griffin just nailing him now. From Louisiana, but now living and training out of Houston, Texas. In his corner, our veteran coach Kenny Lohr and George Howard.
Ready to go that round, Kenny? Huh? Who's ready to go that round? Yeah, ready to go. Keep taking that body, baby. Don't let me down there. Okay? Up and down. Nice and low.
These are throws and punches. Okay? Bunches of punches. Bunches of punches. Okay?
Orlando has punches the punches now, but he's been on the receiving end.
Got a mouse under his left eye. In his corner, Jose Santiago and Roger Schwartz. Round 3 at 106 pounds. Griffin appears to be in command as he tries to win his first U.S. championship.
It's interesting that Malone felt that Griffin was worn down, and that's why he could beat him. Griffin has fought a little over 7 minutes in this entire tournament. He's stopped everyone.
Each of his first 2 bouts were stopped in the first round, and his semifinal opponent was disqualified for holding.
Malone now backing up. Now, I watched his semifinal bout, and he did not back up in that entire bout. He's taking it from both hands now from Griffin.
Well, 106-pounder Eric Griffin hits with a wallop. Malone just trying to stay out of the way of those punches right now. He's getting hammered. Vicious left hook. And a standing 8 count. So it looks like it'll be back to the forklift for Orlando Malone. Malone trying to fight back. He's cautioned for butting.
Well, Malone has accomplished quite a lot already, whether he wins this or not. He automatically qualifies for the Olympic Festival in Los Angeles, whether he wins this bout or not. The top 3 do, and out of that event, the Pan Am Games are picked, and then on to the World Championship. So Malone will be in the spotlight again at the Olympic Festival.
But I don't know if there's an amateur boxer in the world who can beat Eric Griffin.
So, well, he is the world champion, so he does appear.
Just dominated this division. He told us several months ago that at times he gets bored. I mean, he just beat up on everybody at 106 pounds, and he's got to keep picking himself up and looking for new challenges.
Malone is a beaten boxer now, and it's just a matter of survival for him now. But he's still throwing.
He's catching a lot of shots in the face.
Come forward, though.
Terrific combinations by Griffin. A little lead on his way to his first U.S. championship. He's not taken part in the competition the last couple of years. Vicious shots, another standing 8.
A tremendous left and a right to follow it up.
Second standing 8 count administered to Orlando Malone. Looked like Gene Reese pointed the wrong boxer for a moment. There's no question who's going to win this bout. Eric Griffin. Vicious left hand by Griffin, and Gene Reese will stop the bout. So again, a Griffin opponent fails to go the distance as the referee stops the contest. And we'll return to Colorado Springs. The wrap on the U.S. champion. A courageous Orlando Malone losing to Eric Griffin as the referee stops the contest as Griffin adds to his trophy case with the U.S. championship to go along with 2 world championships and a Goodwill Games championship.
Eric Griffin.
So our congratulations to Eric Griffin, and for Kevin Kiley, I'm Mel Proctor, and a final word, let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, thank you, Mel. America the Beautiful was written atop Pikes Peak just a few miles from here, and tonight we'd like to congratulate our 12 national champions from sea to shining sea. Next week, it's on to Germany.